Yeah, not about the other.
No.
I got a couple, the last time I was in, I had a couple issues that I wanted to tend to, but. You go, girl. Let me go first.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because if I can't last, then I can get out of here. Because there is something they have in the air. Yeah, I can already start feeling it. They put some kind of lower smell. See, I'm already. Yeah. That, because it's good health.
At 7 o'clock, we'll start the meeting with a salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
Roll call, please.
Trustee D-Dash.
Here.
Trustee Pringle.
Here.
Trustee Reno.
Here.
Trustee Falk. Present. Treasurer Shonka.
Here.
Clerk Davis here. Supervisor Lewandowski.
Here. Approval of the March 16th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Make motion.
The motion by Dudash, is there support?
Support.
Support by Falk. Is there any discussion regarding the minutes? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments, anyone wishing to address the board on any non-agenda or agenda item, this is your time to do so. And that we ask that you state your name and address and the meeting's being recorded for future use. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm Chelsea Hochelski. My address is 2435 Strawberry Lane. And I went to the park commission meeting last week, and they were talking about, we live by Bakersfield and having a playground or something for the kids, and that's what
Okay.
I was coming and trying to get some people to come to.
All right.
So I know we're not supposed to talk from here, but are you in favor of the playground?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to-
I brought a couple of moms, but there's a lot more.
Make sure when we're looking at updating our parks and recreation master plan.
Okay.
When you see that, pay attention to the website and the social media and
Okay.
participate in that if you will.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in there because, with our kids, we don't want to drive forever to go get, just for a little bit of fun.
Okay, sounds good. Next.
Hi, my name is James Mallory. I live at 2659 Robbins Court. And my question is about, I live on Robbins Court, and the street west of me is Lewis. And we have, all of our yards are flooded from Harrington all the way down. I can actually kayak in my backyard. I have film of me doing it. So I understand that the ditch is the drain condition, is that correct?
County road is the ditches along the edge of the road.
What'd you say?
The county road is the ditches along the road.
Okay, so who would be responsible for running some kind of line to empty all those yards out into an already existing creek on the north of that? Why hasn't that been done? And
Because
how-
it's private property. We can't
Right.
just go on private property.
So who would we speak to about putting something in place where all the private property owners would agree to get their yard drained into the creek?
If you want to call the drain commissioner and see if they could put in what we could maybe start, that's up to him, is a drainage district. And I'll give him a call too.
Okay.
And then maybe we can see if he has to say.
Because it's kind of a natural area for it to drain into, right into the creek behind us. I guess it's Stocks Creek, isn't it? That's north of that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, the drain commission. And you have to establish a drainage area.
The drainage district, and then everybody in that district would get special assessed to put in a drain.
So the county assesses us.
Yeah, they would do an assessment. Yeah, the county drain commissioner.
And just that neighborhood.
Just those that would benefit from it.
Okay, so it's been flooding for like 25 years. I'm just kind of curious why no one's ever addressed it. Does anybody live in that area where that happens at?
Because it goes all the way to Harrington.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, everybody along that
Right in
road.
my shed.
Am I the first person to bring it up, or just?
No, I've been here a
It's
couple
been,
times.
it's been brought up in the past, but you gotta have people that wanna do it. Technically,
I would think anybody.
This isn't gonna
along
be a
there would
discussion
agree.
too much. If you wanna meet with me, we can
Okay.
discuss it farther.
So
Run
these
a
are
side
county.
drain down
But
there.
we gotta get with the county drain commissioner and see if there's something he would want to do.
Okay. All right.
You know, if you wanna stay after, we can chat a little more about it.
All right.
I'm right there with.
Next.
Okay. Cheryl McEwitt, 2535 Robbins Court, and mine is a different, little different, animal. I was in here a couple weeks ago and doing some business, and a gentleman come in with a burn permit. We had a blustery day. Buys his burn permit, and then he says, "Oh, I can start burning today." And the people behind the glass said, "Yeah." So now this gentleman that bought the burning permit has no idea that there's a wind code that you can't burn if there's a wind. Thinks he can go out there when there's tornado winds out there and do a burn. Could you please, somewhere in your newsletter, put, even for campfires, because we get a lot of people over here around the corner that do for their kids, that burn a little campfire, even on a windy day. And I have asthma. I can't, no windows open, still comes into my home and everything. So please update to tell people that they cannot burn if there's, I think it's the thing's 5 miles, 5 something.
The rules are on that permit.
Yeah, but who's going to read it after they were just told that they could burn when it was windy out? Is that man ever going to read those rules now?
If they had to call the fire department, they would be the ones that would have to pay for,
Fire department.
yeah.
If it's an issue, if you call the fire department, they'll go investigate it and tell them.
Well, instead of my tax money doing that, to call
Right.
them out, paying them, put in the newsletter about the regulations of having a burn if there's a remote wind that's going to drift off the smoke.
When we issue the permits, I'll tell them to just make sure that they read the permit, the rules on it.
And that's a good idea too. Thank you. I actually have another issue, but I'll let somebody else go.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, well, that same day, somebody come in and they wanted to know if they could use the recycle bin for garbage. which I don't even really understand why you can't interchange them if you need your recycle bin for your garbage. Why not? Why not exchange the lid? If you want to do recycle, put the lid on, or use your recycle for garbage, put the green one on. And instead, now he's got to pay extra to have another bin brought in. Now that's 3 big bins in his lot there. And I could on Robin Square, I could see quite a few of the bins out. And they're not out in where they're putting out for pickup. I'm talking in their yards because they're at the side. They've got nowhere to restore, or nowhere to restore them, including mine. Instead, why can't they just interchange them if they need to, instead of having to put the price out for a whole nother bin that they might not use another time for, however, down the future.
Well, I'm gonna just give you my reasoning is 1 bin works for probably over 95% of the people out here.
Well, apparently not.
So if they have that much trash, they should have another bin. They should be paying for another bin so that the rest of us aren't subsidizing their trash habits. I'm just saying.
I put out garbage once every month or so.
Oh, I get it.
So, and I got a big bin. I'm subsidizing for a couple small bags of garbage and recycle.
I have 5 people in my house.
Excuse me, we're not having, if you have.
You can do that. Yep. That's
Yeah.
your next thing. Yep. So, why not just interchange them? And I don't understand why you gotta make somebody that only maybe wants to use it once in a while. They have a big party or something. I get what you're saying, but on the other hand, I don't put out enough garbage that,
I don't either, but you gotta start somewhere with 1 can. That will.
Well, give them what they need and take off what the money that I would only use for a couple months, once every couple months or so.
That's up to you if you want to share your trash can with them.
Okay.
Did you want to answer that?
Oh, I was just gonna say, we end up recycling a lot now because that's the only way we can use 1 can. Because we take out garbage twice a day.
And eventually the state's gonna mandate that we do so much recycling. It's coming.
We have to break literally everything down because I still have 1 in diapers. And
Well, I've
I
been
am not
recycling for
storing
years,
that.
so when we had the little blue pants, sorry.
But
I'm used to debating. I can buy it honestly. Okay.
Next, yes, sir.
Can you update us on the canal project?
Anybody that wants to stay after for the canal project, I'll let you know what's going on. Which is I'll just tell you this right now. The city has asked for money from the feds to do the canal project. It hasn't been allocated yet in the federal budget, so we won't know for sure until that happens.
That's over and above the 3.4 million in bonds, municipal bonds they're gonna issue to cover the difference.
Don't forget if they get what's being requested, I don't think they would have to issue any bonds.
Oh,
But who knows with what's going on out to the canal right now? I hear it's getting even further destroyed. So that's all we have for now. That's why everything's been shelved.
Okay.
Can I ask where you live, sir?
3255 Yorkshire.
Okay. And I'm going to give you my opinion on who should pay for that.
Why don't you share it now?
I am going to share it now,
Cool.
please.
Well, I'm going to start my public comment if that's okay.
Not until I'm done.
Oh.
And when I say
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You've been told.
I've talked to many people that live on the river on Strawberry Lane, and they're all interested in getting the canal fixed. Not necessarily for boating, but that I hear that the river is more stagnant now, and it's kind of got an aroma to it that's not real pleasant. And if you ask me, if something doesn't get done with it, the river will start to silt in and nobody will be boating in it. But I've talked to a group from Strawberry Lane, and they said they would be very interested in doing a special assessment over so many years to help pay for it.
That's just Strawberry Lane?
And those that would benefit from the canal, being from the canal out the Black River to the St. Clair River.
The other people wouldn't be involved in it, though.
No. And they would have to circulate a petition to do that. We're not just gonna crash it down on everybody. They have to agree to it. Anything else, sir?
That's it.
Okay. Michelle?
Thank you. The board has multiple tools to communicate. There's the website, the Facebook, TextMyGov that you've learned a new use for recently, and these meetings, as you did right now. But they're rarely used, and they rarely share timely and meaningful information. The post about James Freed is a perfect example that was posted on the Township Facebook page. It called itself a reliable source, but it offered nothing beyond saying that he wouldn't be here. The residents are told to call or email individually for answers. That's incredibly time consuming, in my opinion, when you could resolve the entire issue with one clear post, like the one that you shared. Handling one call at a time wastes your time and it keeps the public in the dark. If the board has answers, then share them openly. Use the tools that you already have. And transparency shouldn't require residents to have to chase you down. I'm done.
It's not real hard to call or email me. I've had people email me, and I've gotten back with everyone.
It's not real hard to leave a post on your Facebook page either. It's the current times. It's what people are
I'm inviting
using.
people if they want to have a
Social
one-on-one
media.
conversation with me,
Or
because I can't have one-on-one conversations with
well,
everybody
you
in
must.
this meeting.
That must be all you do all day then.
Yeah, it must be.
Must be.
Next. Carol.
Good evening, board members and residents watching from home.
Don't address the people at home, please, Carol. You address the board members. I'm just saying.
Okay, Mr.
Thank
Lindowski. Yeah. I'm going to be very direct this evening because the taxpayers of this township deserve more than passive governance. They deserve active representation. Each of you was elected to serve the taxpayers, not to simply support or defer to the direction of one or two people. Your role is to question, to verify, and to ensure that every decision made at this table is in the best interest of the people who live here, work here, and pay taxes here. Let me start with meeting recordings. Technology is not something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. Recording and publishing meetings is a basic function of transparency in today's world. It allows residents who cannot attend to remain informed and engaged. If there is resistance to that level of openness, it raises an important question of why. This technology benefits taxpayers. It does not harm them. And quite frankly, if modern tools can improve transparency are seen as a burden, then this may not be the right role for you or in holding a public office. I have told you several times that there is a podium and microphones at the museum not in use, and that they would benefit those listening at home, and even that has fallen on deaf ears, and I don't know why. On finances, taxpayer dollars require taxpayer visibility. I am no longer asking for explanations, as they happened once and then went back to the same old, and I see that people are taking notes instead of listening to public comment. The financial package you receive should be made publicly available as part of the agenda or minutes. Requiring residents to file FOIA requests to see how their money is being handled is unnecessary and it's unacceptable. The blight continues to be an obvious and growing issue in the township. This board should not have to be reminded that the condition of this township reflects directly on your leadership.
The lack of urgency is noticeable, and taxpayers are left asking why stronger action has not been taken. It's time to move forward and remove the blight officer, as he is not working with anybody to better our township, plain and simple. Regarding transparency and decision-making, why are supporting documents such as work orders and resolutions on the agenda not available for public to view prior to your voting? Why is the public expected to comment without access to the same information you have? That's not meaningful participation, it's exclusion. I also want to address the appointment on tonight's agenda. This is exactly where due diligence matters. The individual being considered does not reside in this township and therefore does not share the same direct stake as the taxpayers you represent. That alone should make this board pause. Additionally, there is public documented concerns tied to this individual's professional affiliations and outcomes that warrant careful review. Whether or not those issues directly involve the individual, they raise legitimate questions that should be fully understood before any appointment is approved. That is not personal, it's called responsible governance. So I ask each of you, what independent research have you done prior to this vote? Have you looked beyond what was placed in front of you, or are you simply approving what has been presented? Because from the outside looking in, it appears that decisions are too often made without sufficient scrutiny, and that fosters the perception of predetermined process rather than an open and fair one. Appointments and board opportunities should be publicly posted and consistently communicated. When they are not, it reinforces the belief that these roles are selected by a small group and approved without challenge. Whether intended or not, that perception damages public trust of each one of you. And finally, when there are relationships or affiliations that could present even the appearance of a conflict of interest, abstaining from voting is not recommended, it's necessary. Public trust depends on it. So, Mrs. Davis, I take it you will happily abstain from this appointment vote as you are a board member of this person's places of employment. Putting this appointment on hold is an option until each one of you has had the opportunity to interview this person, not just the piece of paper in front of you. An appointment to a board with a huge budget is not something to just go ahead and pass through. This is not about personalities, this is about patterns. The taxpayers are watching, they are paying attention, and they are keeping track now. The question is, will this board stand with them or continue to stand behind the process? Thank you.
Amen.
I also want to say thank you to the ladies for coming forward with the playground equipment. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Can I say something else? I had a blight problem on Robbins Court. It got taken care of right away. So I just wanted to add that.
I just want to let people know when it comes to blight.
It wasn't actually blight, it was rats. Somebody had a rat infestation. And I called, and you guys showed up within 24 hours, took pictures. I don't know what you had to do with getting sorted it out, but people were removed from the property and the problems was completely taken care of. Because before, the rats were laid in the front yard, just hanging out. And now they're gone. So thank you for doing that.
Right. And unfortunately, when people get letters for blight, I would honestly say you at least have to fight with 75% of them. And then probably the last 10%, after this goes on, you got to take them forward. I don't get it. But
I think you had the cooperation of the homeowner that was around.
right. Sometimes they cooperate. They want it. Some things get resolved rather quickly. Most of the time, that does not happen. All right.
I have one more.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'd like to address. Now that it's getting warmer out, and I noticed my neighbor across the street's got twin boys that are old enough to get on bikes. We need to get something to cut down on the speeding. It's 25 miles an hour that people are flying down the road. Whatever time of day or night, doesn't matter. I watched these two little boys on their bikes the other day fly off into the driveway because they saw this car coming, speeding down the road. So they, feared for their lives that they wouldn't get ran over or something. We got to start addressing this speed limit thing somehow. Put it in the newsletter, 25 miles. We need to use that newsletter.
I do put it in the newsletter along with some other
Big,
things.
bold font, please. And then the burning thing, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Regards to her, I know on our road, I live on 2875 Pinewood Drive. we actually have one of those police things on our road where it shows your speed limit. We kind of make you aware of the speed limit.
The
How
one
do
that
you
the
get
sheriff's
that?
department puts out?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I can request it.
But I don't need one, but I'm just
Right.
saying if you, it's an idea,
We need one.
because we had one for a while.
Did it help while it was there?
I think it makes you more aware, for sure.
And did it continue?
I'm doing my part, that's for sure. I don't notice anybody really speeding down that road. but-
That's like Michigan here over by the school
Yes.
one morning.
Yep.
The sheriff's deputy pulled the same lady over 3 days in a row.
Oh my goodness. She needs to not drive down that road.
But, he was there while school was in and trying to, unfortunately, they can't be everywhere all the time, but, we will get that speed trailer on your road. And the sad thing is, it's usually your neighbors that are doing it. Yes, ma'am.
I'm at 3575 Strawberry Lane, and my question is, they put in a bike path, and they still fly down that road. I live there, and I will not, I drive down to the park to let my kids ride bikes, and I have an 11-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son, and I do not trust those people. That curve, a drunk driver drove through my neighbor's tree in that white house on the corner and almost came through my bay window. And the speed limit is still 45, and I'm not understanding why add a bike lane.
40.
Okay, 40. Why is it 40 even? That's still too fast. That curve, people take out my neighbor's mailbox countless times, take out her yard, the trees. It's crazy to me because they fly down that road, and it's almost like they added the bike lane, but cars just use it more than bikers and walkers. It's crazy.
Technically, it's not a bike lane, it's a paved shoulder, but I know where you're coming from.
But was it made, because in the newsletter we all got out, it was advertised as a bike lane, a safe spot for pedestrians, and it's like the
Maybe.
cars use it more than we get to use it.
Right. It wasn't advertised as a bike lane or a bike path because it's neither one of those. It's, like you say, it's a lane for people to get off the street on the other side of the white line to still walk on pavement.
I mean, my kid's bus driver even takes the curb going 60 miles an hour.
I got one thing I'll tell you about that conversation we're in. But Strawberry Lane used to be 35 miles an hour. Then the residents on the road asked for a speed study to try to get the speed reduced. State police and whoever else comes, it's not the sheriff, they came, did the study, and they found that traffic can go down that road at 40 miles an hour and still be safe.
That's crazy.
Oh, I know. I've had mine.
So for me, sorry, I don't know how this all works, if I can just say something. I grew up over there. I grew up on Oakwood. So I have lived there a majority of my life, give or take a couple of years. But we used to be able to ride our bikes on Strawberry Lane and go wherever we needed to go. But that was part of my wanting a playground, was because I can't walk my kids. I don't even let my kids play in my front yard. I've had 2 cars in my yard and one at my bay window. It never used to be that way. I had a paper route over there. I could ride my bike and be fine, but it's not like that anymore. The neighborhood is growing.
Yeah.
And these kids, they hit that dip on Water Street and they take off. And they don't expect any of us to pull into our driveways after Westwater. They have almost hit me multiple times. I mean, I won't even let my senior walk down that road. It's insane. It's not safe at all. We all have to have our bus stops at our houses because we can't let our kids walk 3 houses down because nobody knows how to pay attention. I've had a best friend die on that road. It just because he was going too fast. And it shouldn't be that high. They all are bumper cars on Westwater to Strawberry Lane. That stop sign? It's bumper cars all winter long. I can hear them from my house. It's like boom, boom, boom. If someone's going to get hurt. Someone just ran, into the electrical thing going straight? I mean, It's crazy. The cops definitely need to not sit at Baker's Field, and they need to be watching these people.
I will mention that.
Yeah, sorry. I just, I lived there my whole life, and to see the changes, that was before Black Forest, and they were putting that in when I was in middle school, so.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like a lot of the traffic that comes down there too is like the attraction of like pickleball and like the boaters. I don't feel like it's necessarily all like residents that live on the road, because I know a lot of my neighbors and they are having the same complaints as me. And I feel like it's a lot of like outsiders that like just fly down the road. I see people on their jet skis flying down the road with their trailer and they're on 2 wheels.
Yeah,
I'm
on that
like-
road, yes. But like I was talking, like, one is Pinewood or something. That's your neighbors, for the most part. All right, so we'll look into it, maybe get a speed trailer there too.
Yeah, something.
Usually I find that they put those up, it kind of helps while it's there, but then once it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if they can, I don't know what to do.
I volunteer
We've
my
all talked about it.
driveway as tribute. They can sit in my driveway
Yes.
with the rest of the
I said the same
pull them over.
Yep.
I think when you have a little one, it makes you treat the road as if it was your kid on the road. If there's kids on the road playing basketball, I'm a snail. I don't care how slow I'm going. I want them to know, like,
Usually when I drive
You're
down that
safe.
road, I might be at 35.
yeah.
I mean,
You kind
I'm
of
not
get
gonna
the feel
lie, I
for
pushed it a couple
Yeah.
of times, but these
Yeah.
people are just really,
So instead of having the speed limit right there when you turn off Harrington on my road, instead of having the speed limit right there, have one every few minutes that reminds them, maybe even light up. I wouldn't mind paying for that. 20. I would like to even see it lowered to 20,
That won't happen.
but of course not because of code or whatever. But they don't see that sign when they turn. They don't see the speed limit sign right there, so they're going to assume that it's I think a country is 45 miles they can go. So I'm assuming they think they can go that fast on that road, because that's just not in the peripheral to see.
Right.
So how can we get a couple more signs down the road? I know it'll be thousands of dollars, but I can make up a little
No, it's not.
sign on a pole or something in my yard.
Right.
Or beware of children, please don't run them over when they're trying to play in the road. We have a lot of children on that road.
Okay. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll move on to item A, approve work orders from St. Clair County Road Commission for gravel haul and chloride. You have those, let's see here. And grading, yeah, grading and chloride gravel roads. Is there a motion to approve the work orders as presented for gravel and chloride? I'll make the motion. A motion by Reno, is there support? Support by Dudash. Is there any discussion?
Is the 22,000 gallons the total amount for all, or is they each one broke down and then add up to 22,000?
It would be for the whole, everything, 2,000 gallons, not 22,000. You worry there for a minute. 2,000 gallons.
2,000 gallons amount, right?
All right, roll call by the clerk, please.
Reno,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Pringle,
Yes.
Falk,
Yes.
Shonka,
Yes.
Davis, yes, Lewandowski.
Yes. Item B, approve work order from St. Clair County Road Commission for a crossroad culvert replacement on Atkins Road. In the amount of $9,000.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Pringle, is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Falk, is there any discussion?
Yeah,
We'll have to see
say
him do it.
culvert.
Yes, we'll have to see him do it before we.
2,600 feet west of Beach.
Yeah, I drove up and down, I thought it was 2,200, or 2,600 feet or whatever it is. Well, where the heck is this? Is it the one that goes right there by Yorkshire?
Oh, where it would be.
Yeah, okay, fine, okay.
They go through and they check out the crossroads culverts.
Oh, yeah,
Some were bad before we do the road.
they were doing the survey and all that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it appears that they're gonna put the widened shoulder on the south side of the road.
Are we doing the ditches?
Doing the ditches.
They're not doing any ditch work, are they? Cleaning out like my ditch? Never had water in it anyhow, I just don't want any more sloping. What? Okay,
Roll call by the clerk, please.
Pringle,
yes.
Bulk,
Yes.
Dudas,
Yes.
Reno,
Yes.
Shonka,
Yes.
Davis, yes, and Heskey.
Yes. Approve appointment of Sherry Beezer to the DDA board. Randy gave her a call. Seemed like she would be a good fit. What's the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we appoint Sherry Baker to the DDA board.
Motion by Reno, is there support? Support by Shonka. Is there any discussion?
I'm gonna vote no on it, or if we could table it even. I did, text for some questions to you, but I wanted to, I received the, notification from somebody today. For me, I would just like to check into her just a little bit more. That's just me.
Now, I'll tell the DDA board, for those that don't know, the funding for the DDA comes within that district. It's a TIFA district. So those that can serve on that board are either business owners or their representatives, or township residents. But they emphasize, what's really hard to do is get a resident from that area to serve on that board. We've tried and they don't seem to last long. I think they expect, like, we're gonna do these miracle things. So, I'm just saying, the general township, their tax dollars don't go towards the DDA. It's captured within that district. That maybe the county normally would have gotten once the district was established. Anything above what they were collecting for taxes at that time was kept within that district for improvements within that district. The biggest improvement that was done was back in the late 90s. We put storm drains in because the city was charging so much to treat the water that went into the sewer. So that was the big thing with that DDA district. Now we're looking to fill in gaps with sidewalks. Streetlights were paid for with that. Road work is usually paid for through them. So it's just more or less the money stays within that boundary. So.
May I ask a question? So you're saying that 0 tax dollars from my home go to the DDA district?
Right.
Not 1 penny from my money goes to the DDA district. Is that true?
That's the way.
That's what you're saying, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what a TIFA district is?
At this point, Bob, I don't want to go back and forth. I don't want to be questioned by the board.
Okay.
You wanted to stick to decorum, so I'm sticking to decorum.
Okay.
I just want to see transparency because I mentioned that board position was not posted, and it should have been posted.
There's board position. In the newsletter we send out that there's various boards with vacancies.
There was nothing posted on the website, and you have careers and everything there. You have press releases. There's nothing there. And that's why I'm saying the lack of transparency. There was nothing mentioned at the last DDA meeting, which you know I've gone to them religiously for years, and nothing was mentioned.
You just had a member resign since then, so.
And there was nothing posted on the website. So thank you.
Is there any further questions? See none, roll call.
Reno,
Yes.
Shaka,
Yes.
Pringle,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Bulk,
No.
Davis, yes, Wendowski.
Yes. Item D, approve resolution number 04-26-6A, a resolution to approve putting the fire protection millage on the August 4th ballot, which is a renewal.
I'll make that motion.
A motion by Pringle, is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Reno, is there any discussion? See none, roll call please.
Pringle,
Yes.
Reno,
Yes.
Bulk,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Shaka,
Yes.
Davis, yes, Wendowski.
Yes. Approval of bills.
Make a motion to approve the prepaid bills in the amount of $18,408.43.
Motion by Shaka, is there support?
I'll support that.
Support by Pringle, is there any discussion?
Basically, they cover, the big ones are water, utilities, and insurance.
Roll call please.
Shaka,
Yes.
Pringle,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Bulk,
Yes.
Reno,
Yes.
Davis, yes, Wendowski.
Yes.
I'll make a motion we approve the current bills in the amount of $214,524.39.
Motion by Shaka, is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Reno. Is there any discussion?
These checks cover repairs, engineering, tax to the county, payroll, and sheriff.
Roll call please.
Shaka,
Yes.
Reno,
Yes.
Bulk,
Yes.
Pringle,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Davis, yes, Wendowski.
Yes. Board correspondence.
Is there a problem?
Is there?
I don't know.
Anybody have any board correspondence?
Just that, sometimes it would, vote and pass, the dog would be to the, my grants.
So Dawn's you're taking a grant class. You're all set for that, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else? All right. Black River Country Club has been sold. The new owners seem like they will, if anybody can do it, they can turn this place around. It's a gem in our township. It's 100 years old. The story behind it is pretty cool. We met with them today. Well, Randy and I went out a week or so ago to talk to the owners, and then they asked if we could get some. We told them they wanted to talk to different people from the chamber. All and we said, well, we can get them all together. We had about a dozen people out there this morning, discussed what was going on, and Pat came from the DEA and myself. He showed up. Other than that, I'm excited. They want to work with us. They're excited about our 200th next year for the township. And it was a very good meet and greet. So
If anybody's golfed
And, it was just terrible the last several years, so
Good going.
very exciting. And I certainly hope they accomplish what they're setting out to accomplish. So restaurant, bar.
My brother was a head chef there for a long time.
Chad? Oh, man, that went downhill after Chad left.
I know. He used to go to factory work.
There's a lot of history. My dad's brothers are born there, part of Huron farm. Area. Can you tell me who bought it?
Dan.
Vansky or something?
Something like that. His name's Dan, and I don't recall what her name was.
Are they from around here or Canada?
No, they're
No.
not Canadian.
I was just wondering.
That guy's
You see
gone.
how that went.
They're actually from Algonac.
I want to, yeah,
Okay.
they're down. They used to own Rattle Run in its heyday,
Okay.
so it's not like they haven't ran a golf course before, but
Yeah.
it's
They
good.
love,
We used to go sledding.
they love this place. You know, the other owner was just, you know. it
Yeah.
was- But these people love this place and they wanna restore it back to what it used to be,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, my brother started working there in middle school.
I'm
he was
not a
40.
golfer, but I think it's cool that it's going.
Yeah, that's a big part.
They said.
This year, their main goal is the golf course itself. So,
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have any?
I do.
Yes, sir.
No, we had our meeting with the county road, that there was discussion with, they're gonna redo the intersections as far as traffic signals.
Oh, down up here.
Down up here, and I wondered if we, I can't remember if it was in Michigan. I think we should ask for a crosswalk if it's not.
Yes.
When the Dollar General wasn't there, I'm sure when they did their study, but to get them over to the path on this side of the road.
Yeah, the problem is
there's a curb cut on this side that's got the side there, the handicap. And I realize there's no sidewalk on the south side.
I brought that up about a while back. I know SimCog had some funds that we could possibly go
Well,
after.
the road commission is gonna redo
Right.
all the traffic signals on the pier here.
Right.
So if they could put that into their study or in their budget, then
All I can do is ask.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You said you're talking to the lawyer about a data center moratorium, correct? Okay, that's good. I sent you something today from, I don't know if you had a chance to look at it.
Yeah, we'll more than likely use the ones on the MTA website.
Okay, okay, very good, thank you.
Thank
you. Keep it that way. And I'd like to say, I don't mind, you know, the meetings being recorded, I really don't, I love meetings being recorded, so. They wouldn't be, they had to be brought up again, maybe we could discuss it some more.
All right. Anything else? Go ahead.
We had the Easter extravaganza last week, the weekend before. Very successful. We had a lot of people there. No issues, but we had a lot of people there. It was very successful. A lot of people had a good time. A lot of people that I've talked to mentioned that they were there and they liked it. So
It was well attended.
yes, it was very well
Anyone else?
Could I do a follow-up question with the Dollar General store down here thing? You're talking about a crosswalk. When you put the 50-minute city store in there, wasn't there a study for traffic and for walking and stuff before that was put in there to know that you might have a problem?
The road, when it comes to what is required for the road and everything, that goes through the road commission and they have to approve it.
So now we gotta address that we gotta have our tax money going towards something to improve traffic and walking paths for a store that we don't even really need.
That's, whether we need it or not, everybody has their opinion.
Yeah, that's true, but 15-minute cities are gonna suck.
All right. Anyone else? See none. Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Motion by Falk, is there support? Support by Dudash. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.
Seems like we're turning into-